Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at ticker symbol XGTI, that's XG Technology Incorporated. The chart we're looking at today is a 15-minute chart. Each candlestick on this chart representing 15 minutes of trading. You can see I have a lot of lines here, a lot of these white horizontal lines. These are my pivot points. Now, the reason why it looks so crazy is because this whole area here, excuse me, one moment. This whole area here, right, this whole lower channel, this is where I used to day trade XGTI for a long time when it was still trading in the micro penny range. Now, when it was trading in this range, it was much wider looking on the chart. All these horizontal lines weren't so close together because we weren't looking at data from the $5 range to the $0 range, for example. So now that the chart is having to look at all this data, all the pivot points are kind of scrunched up and, it kind of looks bad. So I do apologize. You can just kind of ignore these white lines down here at the bottom. Just kind of ignore those. What we want to take a look at is this area up here, specifically the new channel that we're in. So the new channel with our bottom support. Let's go over those pivot points in just one moment. Let me detach the chart here on my other screen so I can go through with you guys step by step. All right, so looking at XGTI, this first pivot point that we're looking at right there, we're looking at $4.30. So let me just scribble this down here, 4.30. Actually, I'm going to change my tool to be a little bit more functional. Much better. 4.30. The next pivot point we're looking at is 3.20. I guess I'll just put it here. Not too much room, unfortunately. 3.20. The next one we're looking at is $3 flat. Next one right after that, we're looking at 2.50. Specifically 2.55. Right down below that, the final area is 2.10. So 210 is the bottom support, then 255, then 3, then 320. So this is really a lot of support that we have for XGTI now. Of course, if it goes from about 340 to 210, let's say it goes to the lowest support, well, that's still going to be selling off pretty hard. So, if you got in somewhere up here, you definitely don't want to see this crashing to 210. Let's look at resistance. So we have resistance at $4.30. Now, this is resistance based on historical data and also from yesterday, well, from Friday rather. Yesterday was Sunday. So last week, last trading period, Friday. We had some resistance right around there at 4.30. Also historically, this is an area of hard resistance. So once again, today it played out to the same effect. Look at this from today. We pushed up above resistance, but then we sold off. And actually, this candle right here closed right at 4.30. This one almost bounced off 4.30. So 4.30, once again, reinforced from those candles. And then here, look at this. We actually opened right at 4.30 on this candle and then closed way down there. Now, after that, it was just a series of lower highs all day. So we had our high here at 498. Then we had some highs over here. Then some highs over here, and then it literally just channeled flat the rest of the day. Even then it was making some lower highs right around here. So really bearish, After the first 30 minutes of trading, really. First 30 minutes of trading was really bullish. After that, the whole rest of the day was just downtrending all day. Now on the faster charts, of course, these averages are going to get bearish quicker. But here on the 15-minute chart, our averages aren't terrible until right about here where they cross bearish. And then almost crossing bearish again right here in the after hours trading. And then just to reiterate, if you're looking at a 5-minute chart, it probably was going to cross bearish right about here. And if you're looking at a 1-minute chart, it's probably crossing bearish right about here. So of course, it is important to look at the different charts. But let's go back at setting this up for another day trade. So, for this one, we had our alert set right here at about $3.20. So alerted as soon as it breaks up from yesterday, which of course was pre-market. So pre-market, we push up right about here. Fall back down a little bit, and we get bullish into the open. That's one of my favorite ways to go into a stock, right at the open, right out the gates. Look at the volume. Highest volume, first 15 minutes of the day. Volume almost, a good 30% less on the next area, next 15 minutes trading, and then down, more and more and more. Volume pushes up again there, but then it just dies off. A little push here, dies off, and then it came back a little bit after hours. I'm sorry, a little bit into the close, but hardly. By far, most of the volume was the first 15 minutes of the day, and that's when this thing really got pumped up. And indeed, from that high of 498, it did fall down pretty hard to about 340. Actually, XGTI closed at 362. And after hours, it's trading right now at $3.40 specifically. So, we'll see if we can day trade it again on Tuesday tomorrow, but my fingers aren't crossed. This thing's already up so much. It was trading in the 30-cent range last week. Now it's trading in the $3 range. That's absolutely insane. I'm not going to force a trade on this. And I probably am not going to be day trading this, to be honest with you guys, unless the setup is totally perfect. But after 2 days of massive gains like this, I am not going to be eager to jump onto this thing unless the setup's perfect. So even if it's looking good out the gates on an open, I don't want to buy in and then, you know, have some massive red candles stop me out or force me to sell. So I'm going to really be careful with taking a position if this is a day trade material on Tuesday, since it's up so much the last few days. But we'll see. We'll see. If anything, it might even make a good short if it's not a good long. So we do have our options at least on how to play this, assuming we even want to play it again. Maybe there's going to be other stuff running tomorrow that we can turn our attention to instead. As a matter of fact, that's probably a likely case. So anyways, that's all I have to say about XGTI for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and please stay tuned for more content like this. I'll see you around.